So, magandang araw po sa ating lahat, especially to our teacher, Doc Elenita G. Cuenca. So, for our subject, current trends and issues in science education, my topic is about the current trends and main concerns as regard to science curriculum, development, and implementation in Indonesia and Brunei Darussalam. Okay, so our objectives for today, for number one, explore the educational system of Indonesia and Brunei Darussalam, compare the science curriculum and education system of Indonesia and Brunei Darussalam. So let's proceed. So are you ready to listen? Okay, now so let's talk about the education system of Indonesia. So the education system in Indonesia composed of the 633 and 4. 6 years in basic education, 3 years in junior secondary education, another 3 years for senior secondary education, and of course, the higher education. So, sa aking nabasa, let me add this that they have the formal and informal education. So they focused also in vocational education. Now, here in my illustration, we have here the WENR. It is a article na nagsasabi na ang education ng Indonesia ay medyo mababa ang kanilang mga nagiging output. Okay, so 55% ng kanilang college graduate ay masasabi nating yung kanilang comprehension ay hindi masyadong na-enhance. So they can read but they can't contextualize. And according to the PISA, the result for Indonesia ay malayo sa standard. So out of 70 plus, they placed 74th. So I think gumagawa naman ng paraan ang kanilang government para mas maitaas ang standard ng education nila. And their goals are to be globally competitive. That's why in the second illustration, it is an article about the subsidies and supporting program coming from the government to support the education. So we have here the government to build 200 free boarding schools for low-income families. So, ang tawag doon, maraming student o maraming senior secondary education na hindi na nagtutuloy sa tertiary or sa higher education. So, madaming bilang ng estudyante ang hindi na nagtutuloy ng college. That's why siguro yung kanilang nagiging focus is to work. And also, so another article na meron dyan, nagbibigay sila ng 5 trillion for pre-boarding schools. Yun yung budget. So, I think may i-better pa yung education sa Indonesia kung mas magiging motivated ang students na magtuloy ng college. Okay? So, now let's proceed for the Brunei Darussalam. So, the education system in Brunei Darussalam, according to this article, the Brunei Darussalam education is free for at least 12 years. So just like sa Indonesia, required silang mag-take ng basic education because free naman siya, katulad dito. And then, their education system are composed of the 7-3-2-2 or 7 years in primary education, 3 years in lower secondary education, another 2 years in upper secondary education, and 4 years in higher education. So we have here the in my illustration, nakashow dyan yung outbound mobility ratio in ASEAN countries in year 2017. So dyan sa report na yan, makikita natin na rank 1 ang Brunei Darussalam. Ano po ba ang ibig sabihin ng outbound mobility ratio? So yan ay marami silang student or exchange students. Marami silang student na nag-aaral outside sa kanilang country. And sinusupport yon ng kanilang government. And they also have program na nag-encourage ng mga student coming from the different country na mag-enroll sa kanila. Parang isa yun sa kanilang goal. Now, kung ang isang estudyante na magagaling, for example, sa Philippines, yun ay 100% government funded ng Brunei Darussalam. So, ibig sabihin, kahit tayo, may chance tayo o malaki ang chance natin na pwede tayong mag-aral sa bansa nila. Kasi nga, ini-encourage naman nila yun. And, ang tawag doon, ang kapalit din naman no, nag-encourage din sila ng student nila na mag-aral din naman international. Then, kung i-observe natin, kung rank 1 ang Brunei, ang lowest rank naman ay ang Philippines. So, ibig sabihin po niyan, ang mobility ng students natin na lumalabas para magtuloy ng kanilang education ay medyo mababa. So, kasi dito, di ba tayo, kung tayo ay gusto natin mag-aral sa ibang bansa, sariling fund natin. Siyempre, malaki ang gagastusin, but meron na rin naman tayo mga universities na nagsusupport sa mga student na gustong mag-aral outside sa Philippines. Okay? And then, now let's proceed to the current trends and issues in science education for both countries, for Indonesia and Brunei Darussalam. Okay, for Indonesia, one of the trends in science education is the integration of STEM education. So, of course, we all know what is STEM kasi implemented na rin po yan sa atin. Why? Because bakit ito nagiging trend sa kanila? Kasi nagkakaroon ng focus sa specific discipline. So, yung mga senior high school, yung mga students sa senior secondary education ng Indonesia ay nagkakaroon ng specialization. For example, in science, in engineering, and also in mathematics. So, of course, those are the basic fundamentals ng student na bumubuo sa knowledge nila. Okay? And then another trends is teacher professional development. So napakalaking tawag doon, gustong i-improve nila ang teacher. So of course, they want to provide quality seminars and trainings na for teachers. No, hindi na lang dapat ang teacher ay marunong lang magturo. Dapat marunong din silang magturo ng mga makabagong pamamaraan. For example, integration of 21st century skills. Nag-supplement na ng mga lessons. Nagbibigay na sila ng mga technology-based lessons. Another is tawag doon yung sa resources and sa facilities nila. So, yun yung mga issues. Of course, sa Indonesia, marami dyan ang rural areas. So, Pag nasa rural area, medyo malayo sila sa mga makabagong facilities. But in science, we need a functional facilities and equipment to teach science. And dito na papasok yung pagiging resourceful ng isang teacher. Kung wala kang isang bagay na kailangan mong gamitin during your class or teaching physics, biology, di ba doon na papasok yung pagiging resourceful natin. Kung ano ang meron, yun ang gagamitin. And also, kung malayo ang student, pwede naman sigurong sa video, magpauwi tayo ng mga gawain na or mga activities na maia-apply nila sa loob lang ng bahay. Another for the trends and issues in Brunei, curriculum reforms toward the 21st century skills. So I think very familiar na tayo sa mga 21st century skills. What are those? So they need to be, their goal is to develop students' problem-solving skills, their collaboration, also their critical thinking. So yun yung mga target nila. And madami pa. Another trend and issue is integration of scientific thinking skills. So, yun yung pinakamahalaga sa pagtuturo ng science. Diba? Yung pagde-develop ng mga scientific thinking skills using, included na dyan yung mga inquiry-based learning. So, dapat hands-on learning. They are the one na nagmamanipulate during discussion. And another is student performance in international assessment. So, walang pang record si Brunei Darussalam sa PISA. But, merong good feedback ang PISA sa education ng Brunei Darussalam. Kasi ang goal ng Brunei ay makasabay sa global standard. Okay? So kung susuriin natin, medyo malayo ang agwat ng education system in terms for science or even in the whole education system ng Indonesia and Brunei Darussalam. But may i-improve pa to. So syempre, isa tayo bilang teacher, isa tayo sa magtutulong sa government para ma-improve ito. Okay? So, here are my assessment question. So, dito, how do the science curricula in Indonesia and Brunei integrate 21st century skills, and what impact does this have on student learning outcomes? For number 2, what are the challenges both Indonesia and Brunei face in implementing inquiry-based learning in their science classrooms, and how can this be addressed? For number 3, what strategies are being implemented in Indonesia and Brunei to promote education equity in science education, particularly in rural or urbanized or underserved areas? Okay? And then to support my discussion about the education or the current trends and issues in science for Indonesia and Brunei Darussalam. So here are my supporting videos.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm from New Zealand and I've been living in Brunei for 2.5 years. I work on a small rural school on an island near Bandar Seri Begawan. I take 3 methods of transport to get to school. I drive to the jetty, then we take a boat across the river. From the jetty we climb into the 4-wheel drive, and sometimes I drive through the jungle, through the little concrete road to our school. Arriving at the school and finding all the children there so excited and enthusiastic for learning, it just makes you feel so happy to be a teacher. As a staff, we get on very well professionally, but we also have a lot of fun together as we discuss our differences and our similarities of our cultures. I feel that I'm part of a whole community at this school because of the size of it and the location of it. It's quite isolated, so I know a lot of the grandparents and the parents and the babies, the little ones that will eventually come to our school as well. It feels like a whānau, as we would say in New Zealand. Some of the teachers at school are interested in the way I teach, and they will come and ask me questions and try and learn from some of the different methods that I use in my classroom. But most importantly, we do have a good laugh together. As a CFBT teacher, I'm very lucky to belong to 2 teams, my school team and my CFBT team. My CFBT community is led by my education project manager, who supports me with all my professional needs. She comes to visit me regularly and provides detailed feedback. She can help me identify my professional needs and help me access training and study if necessary. At the end of each year we do a review and we set targets for the upcoming year. My EPM is only ever a text message away. I love teaching and living in Brunei. I love my little school and the children I work with. The CFBT community works hard to make sure everybody feels valued and included, so there's no chance of feeling isolated or lonely, even in a little island environment like mine. So if you feel like a change and you're open to a challenge, then I say do it, apply. You'll always remember the wonderful experiences that you have in Brunei.